Stan, do you remember our song that we sang a long time ago called the Wake Up Song? Let's sing about the ducks. Are you ready? Stand and join me. When ducks get up in the morning, they always say good day. When ducks get up in the morning, they always say good day. They say quack, 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 quack. That is what they say. They say quack, 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 quack. That is what they say. Nice job. Sit down. Oh, boys and girls watching, I liked your quack, quack. Those were fun. Well, let's talk about the ducks. Who made the ducks? God. God did. That's right. God made the ducks. So we're going to talk about these ducks. These ducks are down here at the pond. Maybe if you have a pond by your house, maybe you've seen some ducks. Oh, it is fun. You know, sometimes I'll take my boys and we'll go down to the pond that's exactly right across the street from my house. There's my house, and there's a road, and then there's a house across the street. That's my neighbor, and behind my neighbor's house is a big lake. And that lake people go fishing on. But there's also ducks, and sometimes they just come up, and when they walk, they do this. What is that called?
Wobble.
Wobble. That's right, they wobble. You know why they wobble? They wobble because they have webbed feet. Webbed. Webbed means there's like skin in between their toes. And so their feet are webbed. What are their feet? Webbed. So they have webbed feet, and that's why they kind of waddle when they walk, kind of like the penguins do. They waddle when they walk. And so, because a penguin is a bird, and so is a duck. A duck is like a bird, because the ducks have, what do they have on their skin? They have what? Feathers, just like the birds have. That's right. Now, their feathers are called down feathers. Say that with me. Down feathers. You can buy blankets that have down feathers, that have duck feathers that are inside of the blanket. It makes it really soft, and it just kind of, you just kind of go down in it, and you get all squishy inside of it, and it's just so soft because of those duck feathers, because they have down. What is it called? Down. Or sometimes you can buy a pillow, and the pillow inside of it has those down feathers that are on the duck. Now let's look at these ducks right here. Do you see this beautiful duck with the green head right there? Do you know that God made the ducks, the daddy ducks, so handsome? Look at those daddy ducks. Aren't they handsome? They're called drakes. What are they called? Drakes. That could be like their name. Maybe you know somebody named Drake. Maybe your name, boys watching, is named Drake, or maybe you have a best friend named Drake. Well, Drake is a name for a boy, and so the daddy ducks are called drakes. What are they called? Drakes. Good. And the mommy duck, do you know why the mommy duck doesn't have all those pretty colors on her? Now, this duck has one little purple feather, looks like right there. But do you know why the mommy duck is brown, different color brown, and she doesn't have beautiful colors? Now, brown is beautiful, but she doesn't have all those extra colors like the drake does. Look at the drake, has purple, and he's got brown and green and yellow. Do you know why? Because the mommy has to sit on the eggs, and that way she's like camouflaged. What is she like? Camouflage. She's like camouflage. So God made her that way, made her so that when she's sitting on her nest where she has her eggs, the other animals won't be able to find her because she blends in. That means she's camouflaged with the grass and the feathers and the different things that she uses, the straw that she uses to put the eggs in. And then like the alligators won't get the eggs, or other animals won't eat it. So that's why God made the mommy ducks all brown, different color brown, so she looked camouflage, and she doesn't have that pretty green color on her, so that nobody could find her, that the animals can't find her when she's sitting on her eggs. Now, what are these called?
Ducklings.
They are ducklings. So if they're the ducklings, they are the what?
Babies.
They are. They're the babies. That's right. Now, the mommy and the drake is the who?
Daddy.
The daddy, and the ducklings all have something alike. Do they have lips like we do? No, they don't have lips. They have, just like birds have, they have a bill. What do they have? A bill. Now, the ducks, theirs is really big. Now, actually, birds have like a beak. That's what we call theirs, is a beak. But the ducks, we call a bill. What is it called?
Bill.
But it works the same way. It works the same way as a regular bird's beak, because they use that bill to be able to catch fish. They dive their heads down in the water, and they use their bills to catch fish, just like a bird would do when the bird would try to catch things, bugs and things like that with their beak. So does a duck use their bill for kind of the same thing. Now, do you see what else is on here? We see some other pretty things. We have, now what kind of feet did they have? Webbed. Show me your webbed feet. Pretend like you have webbed feet. Yes, their fingers are spread. And why are they webbed? Because what's in between their toes? Skin. Good job. And they use it like little paddles. They can use it like little paddles to help them to go across the lake or across some water, and they use their little paddles to go across that water like that. And then they can just float right up on top of the water. And you know what? God gave the feathers special like oils on their skin so that they don't get so wet and soaked that they would sink down in the water. So they like to be wet because then they're not going to be so wet like you are, like when you get in the shower and you wash your hair, you come out and your hair is dripping, isn't it? Even the boys, your hair's just dripping, but they won't be like that. They can just go like this and shake off their feathers and they'll be dry because God made them special like that. He did. He made them very, very special. Now, when you see a whole bunch of ducks together, do you know what it's called? It's called a flock. That's right. We've talked about ducks before, so it's fun just to get a refresher. The ducks, when they're all together, they're called a flock. What are they called? A flock. A whole flock of ducks when you see them all together. But it's fun. You know what? It's fun to go down to the lakes and see those little ducks. Now, you don't want to chase after them, because you don't want to scare them, but you can get kind of near them if you bring bread. They like to eat bread. That's what we bring down to the lake across from my house. We will bring some old bread and we will bring it over to them and we'll just start pulling it a piece. Sometimes we bring our brand new loaf over there. It kind of makes Mr. Stewart upset. He doesn't like when I bring a brand new loaf. That's his peanut butter and jelly sandwich loaf bread. But sometimes it's just fun to go feed those ducks. And you can go over there and you take that bread and you just break it off in little pieces. You don't want to just throw a whole thing of bread in the water. You want to break it off in little tiny pieces and throw them in the water, and you'll see those ducks, a whole flock, will just come and swim, use their little feet and paddle, and they'll all come and they'll all start pecking using their, what is that thing called? A what? A bill. What's it called? A bill. And they'll start trying to eat that bread. And you can just stand at the edge of the bank of the river and you can just throw it at them like that. You don't want to try to hit them, but you want to try to throw it next to them. And then they'll come and swim over and they'll start trying to eat all that bread. They like that bread that they can get in the water. So now remind me, who's this duck?
Daddy.
The daddy duck. And what do we call him? The what? The drake. That's right. And why did God make the mommy duck have all the brown colors on her? Camouflage. That's right. To protect her what? Eggs. And what's going to come when they hatch? What's going to come out?
Baby ducklings.
Baby ducklings. That's right. The baby ducklings are going to come out. Let's count the baby ducklings. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 baby ducklings right here. And when you see all of those ducks together, they're called a what? A flock. That is right. Oh, it is fun to learn about God's creatures. So the next time you go down and you see a pond or you see some ducks, then you could go down and look at them and see if you can find the daddy ducks, the drakes, and see which ones are the mommies and count all the baby ducklings and see what they're doing. And what do they like to eat?
Bread.
They do, if you bring it to them. Now, if they're just in the wild, are they going to find bread in the wild? No, so they like to eat fish, and they do like to catch some bugs sometimes that are in the air, that are flying by them. They'll try to eat some of those bugs too, but they really do like fish. So you can watch as you go down to the lakes, and look, maybe you're at a park, and there's a pond there, and there might be some ducks. Do you want to chase after them and be mean to them? No, we want to be kind to the ducks. So we can get near them, but you have to be kind to those ducks. I'm so glad that God knew. Isn't God's ways perfect? He knew to make the daddy drake all beautiful colors and the mommy to have the beautiful brown colors on her so that she could be camouflaged to protect her eggs. God's ways are perfect. I love learning about creation, and I hope you do too. Maybe if you have a pond near your house, you could save some bread and you could go feed bread today, boys and girls watching.